People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.
Hello and good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are. Guess what? We're back again for a watch along. I can't believe I've just missed Moses Itauma's knockout. Itauma. That's how you pronounce it properly, right? Wow. Round two. I don't know much about the opponent. I'd never seen him before. I know that he was a former athlete. I've seen a couple of people taking a bit of digs for Moses taking this fight, etc., etc. But round two knockout again. Yeah, interesting. Knocked him out clean on his back, and he came up fighting. Good evening to you, Skyliner. Yeah, he came back fighting. He tried to rough him up. I literally just caught the last 30 seconds of the fight. Got it that I missed it, but yeah, he is something else. I've spoke to Moses several times off camera now. We're supposed to do something on camera. It just hasn't materialized yet. But he's going in the right direction. I see a lot of people trying to like hate on him and say that he needs to be fighting more credible opponents, etc., etc. But he's doing all right just the way he is. They're building him. I'd like to say he's getting the rounds in, but he's not. But he's active. So every time he's active, he's practicing his craft. So onwards and upwards. I really want to see who they're going to put him in with next, you know. Let me just listen in to see if there's anything being mentioned. They've managed him so well as well. So shout out to Queensbury. Right, he's putting him straight back out on. I think he's going to be out on the Dubois undercard. I wonder who they're going to put him in with. Interesting. So let me just say hi to the chat. Let me not forget my manners. Skyliner, good evening to you. Moses just knocked this guy out, knocked him out clean. Legal Eagles, good evening to you. That Moses knockout was brutal. And Karma, good evening to you. His opponent really gave it his all. That was the bit I saw, like the last 30 seconds until he just absolutely got sparked. And I agree with you as well, Skyliner. There's no need to rush him. We don't need another AJ situation where you're trying to learn your craft, but you're fighting at championship levels. It makes no sense. I'm leaving that comment up there because that comment is absolutely spot on. And I agree with it as well. Let me just change my colors on here because I don't know why my colors are gray because they're clearly not gray. But yeah, Skyliner, I couldn't agree anymore with that. So, but the problem is what's going to happen now? Moses is going to have problems finding opponents. It's going to be a problem, isn't it? Who they're going to start mixing him with. You know, he's already ranked in the world rankings. So who is out there? Guys, if you've got the old box rec up and all the rankings, give us a name that he can go in there with. None of the domestic guys want anything to do with him at all. That's clearly not going to happen. I think anybody that's put in with him domestically right about now, no disrespect to anybody, but who domestically beats him that is on or around his same level? And when I talk about that, I mean like the level of fights, the amount of fights that he's had. And he took one clean on the chin there. They both punched at the same time. Oh, look at that sweet hook. And there he is on his back on the floor. Beautiful. And the thing is, Moses was moving backwards as he threw that right hook as well. He wasn't even sitting on the shot. Chinned. Let's have a look. The bloke's like Iron Style 3.0. The bloke is only 20 years old and he's doing what he's doing. At times he seems so tired in interviews, but he's a real deal. I was skeptical, but won over. Go on, Moses. An excellent win. And I think that's it because, listen, I've been caught up in the hype. I've done it myself before where I've probably overrated people or maybe spoke up too soon. So, yeah, I think they should take their time with him. But who is there? Legal Eagles, David Adelaide, versus Moses Itauma would be interesting. It would, wouldn't he? But he's got that rematch with Jamie Takivi. So let's see how that goes. I do believe that both Moses and David are on a path to crossing each other anyway. Well, let's see what happens. But if you've just joined us on Abs of October Red, you know what it is. It's conversation and commentary. Sometimes we get more conversations in than actual commentary. I was supposed to start when Moses went up, but I calculated it wrong. I thought, yep, he's going to be here 8:30, but I think we've got a couple of 3 fights left, which we can discuss and go through on comms anyway. So good evening to all of you. Those of you that caught the live, bit of impromptu live I had with Frank Smith the other day. We had an interesting conversation. The rematch with Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn is going to happen. They are negotiating dates because of the football fixtures, and those of you that watch football will understand that more than I will, because I don't know how long the football season runs up for, etc., etc. I know that the rumor date online is November. I did ask about is there room for negotiation in regards to the rehydration, and I understand that the contracts were signed and it is what it is. If you don't want to fight at that weight, don't sign the contract. However, I did ask, is there any possibility that they're going to have any negotiations, because the same day weigh-in just really wasn't the one. It was really, really restrictive. So, yeah. So hopefully they'll change that. Let's have a look in the chat. So David Adelaide, yep, we've covered that. Frank Smith interview. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh no, it's Mr. I've got 10,000 usernames and no profile. Oh, but yeah, still rattling rubbish. And cheers for that Skyliner. I've been trying to get Eddie for the longest, but for some reason it's just not working. I'm not able to get him. I'm not a fan of scrums when we go to the press conference. So I just haven't got hold of Eddie. But Frank Smith is one of them that you speak to, and he's very black and white, and he's going to tell you how it is anyway. So to be fair, I really enjoy speaking to Frank Smith and Frank Warren. Next week, Tuesday, after the bank holiday, there is a press conference in Manchester for the Jack Catterall and Harlem Eubank fight, which is coming up. I'm looking forward to that fight as well. Harlem Eubank has improved loads. I even asked him about it the last time we spoke. I thought he'd changed trainer because the dynamics just completely changed. He's more aggressive. He just looks all round better, but he's still with the same coach. So obviously they've worked together and we've seen those improvements. So that will be an interesting fight. And Jack Catterall cannot afford to start off slow. He can't. No slow starts this time. No having the fight and then regretting decisions. He's got to start quicker with young Harlem. So I'm looking forward to that press conference. Hopefully I'll get some content for you there. So that's obviously Matchroom. And then what is happening after that? I think the week after that, we've got it's Fabio Wardley versus Justice Honey. And I think Dillian White's been added to the card as a late addition as well. So I might go to that. I'm not sure yet. Hangfire. It's Ipswich. It's like 500 trains. I was even looking at flights the other day, but we'll see if I'm going to go to that one. And if I'm not, we're going to be here for the watch along. Then obviously, the fight that I've registered for, which is Usyk versus Daniel Dubois in Wembley. I don't want to miss that. I want to go to that. I want to watch that live. I think that'll be a phenomenal fight to go and watch live. But like I said, with those major fights, it's never guaranteed that you're going to get accredited for it. But I'll keep you guys in the loop anyway. Let's have a look. Rem, I'm 47. I'm 47 and I'm 48 in October. I was born in 1977. Let's have a look. Darren, your T-shirt. Look, I'll prove it to you. Dazza, this is your T-shirt. I just haven't written it up to go and post it because I haven't been to the post office, but your T-shirt's on its way to you. So if Harlem Eubank beats Catterall, Would like to see him against Ben. Probably will. If that does happen, that's probably what's gonna happen. Yeah, Johnny Nelson. Johnny Nelson, I did schedule for this week, and it was my fault that that didn't happen. So I'm gonna see if I can get him on live, next week because I'm gonna find out what's going on with Sky Sports and Boxer. I know that they've had an event, amateurs in Manchester. Obviously, they've got the Callum Simpson cards, which is on the same date as Fabio Wardley and Justice Honey. Bad day to have it on, but whatever. But what's happening after that? Where have we got any new cards to be announced? I have messaged Ben Shalom saying we need to catch up to find out, what cards you've got for the rest of the year. And I've been met with a bit of a silence there. But hopefully I'll try and get in contact, or Ben will reply to me and we'll get some content for you guys to find out what's happening on the Boxer front. Because I think Matchroom have announced where are they up to, the 5th of July. And I think Queensbury have more or less announced at the same time, but then Boxers sort of like dropped off after June the 7th. So we need to find out what's going on there really, because they've got fighters that need to get out. I've seen Derek Chisora put up a poster saying Dillian White versus Fraser Clark. Don't know where that's come from, but whatever. He's throwing that out there to get some interest. Hopefully I'll catch up with Dillian his fight week and we can discuss that. That's if I don't get Dillian on a live beforehand. So that'll be interesting. Yes, if you could do that, ladies and gentlemen, I would appreciate it. Nathan says Itauma versus Joyce would be interesting as he would likely take Itauma deep 10-rounder. You reckon, Nathan? Let us know what you think in the chat about that one. I'm not too sure. I'm not even sure what's happening with Joel Joyce at the moment, if I'm honest. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to keep going anyway, but I do want to try and keep the content coming for you guys, but quality content. So I'm not going to put things out just for the sake of it. So I want to have conversations where you're going to find some information out. So it's not just a load of waffle just for the sake of putting videos out into the algorithm. I don't play the game, guys, and I don't want to. It's quality, it's meaningful, or it's nothing. Let's have a look. That's not a bad shout, Nathan. Huey Fury is a decent fight for Itauma next. Yeah, I'll have that. I'll have that one. Yeah, thanks. I don't really. It's just probably nah, I don't. But thank you. Zaza, yeah, I do take long with stuff like that. I just haven't been to the post office, but that's it. It's there in the red packaging just to put your address on and go to the post office. But if you go to the post office, it means I've got to be around people, and I'm crap with people. Andrew is saying, I think Itauma beats AJ now. Interesting. Well, didn't we see AJ doing some shadow boxing, doing some bits? I don't know if he's out in Dubai doing some bits and bobs, and then Tyson Fury started doing some bits, and then Gareth A. Davies says, oh yeah, they're going to be fighting, or potentially mention that they're going to be fighting, and then Tyson Fury's come out and said, listen, I'm still retired. I don't know where you're getting this fighting information from. So we've had that. So I'm just going to park everything to do with Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, and I can't even say until the fight's announced, because I remember when that fight was on BoxRec and I screenshotted it and posted it on my IG, and it still didn't happen because Tyson Fury had to deal with the arbitration that he had with Deontay Wilder. So when I see them doing the ring walk, then I'll believe that the fight's happening. I'm not even having it if we get to the press conference, but we will see. I don't think they'll put AJ's team would probably accept a fight with the Itauma, because it is your hand in the baton over, and I believe Anthony Joshua's still got aspirations to go for the belts again. Whether that will happen or not, I'm not saying it will, I'm not saying it won't, but to put in Itauma with Anthony Joshua, I think AJ would probably find that quite insulting, because it's like you're basically saying I'm finished and I've got to hand it over to him. Because They are building Itauma. I'm not saying that Itauma will beat him. I'm saying that they're building him. So that's a very good question, and somebody needs to ask His Excellency that because he's the one that, or Dana White, they need to ask him that. The last time Dana spoke on that, I think was a couple of months ago. I posted the clip from that where he's saying, "Look, slow down. It's in its infancy. We haven't even sorted out broadcasting rights yet, or publishing rights, or whatever it was." And then all of a sudden, the ring came in and sort of stepped onto that anyway. So who knows? Who knows? It's a question somebody's got to ask His Excellency, and I'm sure those that are in contact with him that can speak to him should and will ask the question. I think he's busy. He's going to be out again. They're going to put him on the. They're not putting him on the Wardley card. They're putting him on the Dubois card. So he's going to be. He's going to be busy. Jace Krebs, good evening to you. So you like the Moses Joyce matchup? Fair enough. To really start ramping up the hype, as he's more than ready for a proper step up, and you can see there George Warren is actually talking about that, I believe. Oh no, he's talking about Fabio Wardley. I know he was just talking about Moses, but obviously they're reviewing the next card that's coming. Obviously, we've had knockouts tonight. We've had some early stoppages, haven't we? Some knockout stoppages. So they've got to fill the gap, because Queensberry shows, to be fair, since they've been on DAZN, they haven't been that late, but I've been to a few Queensberry shows and they've finished really late. So Andrew's saying that Itauma stops Joyce in 5. So we've got a Matty Harris fan saying that future heavyweight king will smoke Itauma. We'll have to see, won't we? I like the way Matty Harris is just working it away quietly in the background. I know he's out in a few weeks in Newcastle on the Wasserman show, Channel 5. So he's working his way around in the background. So they're at a completely different level now, I'd say. They're miles apart. Matty's got some catching up to do before those two guys go in with each other. I think Moses has got a couple of belts. Like I said, he's in the world rankings as well. They will meet each other. Absolutely, 100% they will meet each other, but not yet. Yeah, I think it would be nice to see. Well, you know what? Joe Joyce is going to do what he wants. I used to think, you know what? Retire. But at the end of the day, he's a fighter. He's a boxer. He was amateur for, I don't know, 12 years, however long it was. He's been around the block. He likes doing what he's doing. He doesn't want to stop boxing. So just got to let him carry on and do what he's doing. Maybe to his own detriment, but it's his choice at the end of the day. Oh. Boys. No arguing in the chat. We are not children tonight. Let's have a look. Iron Stealth is saying Fury versus AJ is like being told you're getting a nice hot Sunday dinner and you get served slop. Well, you don't get served anything. You're just sitting there starving. That's why I said it's gone literally over my head. This was his first fight in 2025. Itauma. He hasn't fought. Hold on a minute. You're going to make me go into BoxRec now? Really? Let's have a look. Let's have a look to see what young Moses has been up to. Maybe it's because I keep seeing him at fights. I keep thinking he's fighting. Look, when you look, fair enough. Even if it is his first fight, I'm going to take your word for it because you've obviously looked before I have. He's had 20 fights and he debuted in 2022. He's the most active heavyweight out there. Let's have a look. I am just looking at, sorry, not 20 fights. That's brought up his amateur record. He's had 12 fights, sorry. And 10 of those have been KOs. And he debuted in 2023. Sorry, this automatically brought up his amateur record. Yeah, December. Yeah, December 2024. But then how many times did he fight in 2024? One, two, three, 4 times in 2024. 2023, he boxed one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 7 times in 2023. So he's been particularly active. Yes, fair enough, because he hasn't been out. Well, this is the first time he's been out in 2025. That has slowed down a little bit for him. But yeah, they've already said they're putting him on the next show, and we'll see what happens after that. James, good evening to you. I don't believe AJ will fight Moses. A bit disrespectful, I think, to AJ. Maybe Jared Anderson and Moses can fight. I always wanted that fight. That was one of the fights that I said I'd really like to see. Moses Itauma and Jared Anderson. I really like to see that fight, but we'll see. Yeah, late nights aren't great. No, they're definitely not great, especially when you're there and you're trying to get all the content in and everyone's knackered and they just want to get off. Supernova, good evening to you. Nathan, very, very good question. I've tried to get Lawrence Okoli on the channel a couple of times and it just hasn't worked out due to his commitments, my commitments, time, distance. I think there's a 2-hour distance or whatever it is, 2-hour time difference. I mean, so no news on him. I mean, obviously he was due to fight Richard, as you know. Then he pulled out with an injury. Then all of a sudden he's calling out Dillian White. Who knows? Who knows? He's WBC #1. He can really take advantage of that position. But I think he's just so keen. I thought he had more of a problem with Richard Riakporhe, but clearly he's got a bigger problem with Dillian White. So that's the name that he's going for. So who knows? So Moses KOs Wardley. You know what? I'll never bet on heavyweights ever again because you just don't know. Charles, good evening. We both did. I missed it as well. Like Andrew's quite rightly said, got him out of there within 2 rounds, doing his Moses Itauma special. Oh, I don't mind that one actually. Andy Ruiz versus Moses is it interesting if teeing up a big one at the end of the year. That's not a bad shout. Former world champion, took the belts off Anthony Joshua. Yeah, why not? I like that. Let's have a look. Good evening, all. It's from Boxing Fan. Where's the Ben Davison Staggers tonight? Not a bad night's work. 3 fights from Ben's gym, 3 wins. 2 ex-Ben Davison fighters later on. Yeah, McGregor and Josh Taylor. I didn't like the way that he cornered with Josh Taylor, though. Didn't like that at all. I don't think he could answer what Jack Catterall was doing. And that is obviously the first fight that they had in Scotland. So, yeah, interesting. Yeah, I think he started off fighting 6, 7 times a year. Let's see what let's see. But I know the more popular he gets, the more people that he's stopping. I do know that opponents just pull out. They're like, yeah, let's do it. They even might get a little bit extra because of who the opponent is, and then they're just pulling out. It's hard. You've heard, I think it's Francis, his manager. You've heard him say how hard it is to match him. He's having a lot of problems. It's going to get worse. And they are going to have to start to put him in bigger fights. Andy Ruiz, I like that a lot. I like that fight a lot. But you know what I'm thinking now that you've said about Andy Ruiz? What about, let me know what you think, guys, Jermaine Franklin? What about that fight? What about Moses Itauma versus Jermaine Franklin? Because Jermaine's not a bad boxer. Could give him some rounds. Tough, rugged, experience. Been a bit inactive. I think he's posted that he may have had some issues, but he's a free agent. So what about that one? Interesting. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, 20 fights in amateurs. 73 Urban, good evening to you. Not too bad. How are you? Hope you're all good. Yeah, and it is good that they're switching him all over the place. It is building his profile and getting his face out there. And I will say that's the good thing about DAZN. It's global, so you do get better exposure. I myself starting up a bit of a conversation here. People's opinion on Dubois versus Use It Too. That's a whole show within itself, isn't it? Because we just don't know what's going to happen there. I mean, we can talk about Dubois being stopped on a jab. We can talk about the low blow, which was it a low blow? Was it on the belt? Was it a legal shot? There's so much around that. It's almost like you have to wipe that slate clean and just let them go for it a second time and see what it is. What I will say, Daniel Dubois has improved in confidence. He's on a good run. Obviously, he took out Anthony Joshua last. But Usyk has also improved as well. He hasn't like stagnated. I mean, we had 2 fights with Tyson Fury, and I enjoyed both of them very, very much. And he's a lot to handle if you're trying to outdo him. But this is the good thing about Daniel Dubois, because he's got this kind of seek and destroy mentality where he's got a target and he's going to do it. But Usyk managed to disrupt it. I think that extra time through Daniel, not making excuses, and then obviously stopped on a jab. So who knows? But let us know in the chat what you think, Iron Staff. That's a really good topic. Why we're letting these guys do their walkout. Don't know what's going on with design. It's bloody pixelated as hell. They've even put an information marker on there saying, having trouble seeing this video. Yes. Let's have a look. You reckon Supernova saying that Anthony Joshua is in dreamland? He doesn't want to fight anybody. Dreamland. Elaborate, Supernova. Iron Stealth is saying, I don't think it was a low blow at all. Dubois dusted use it with a body shot, in my opinion. And it does it sparks different opinions, doesn't it? Moses versus Andy Ruiz, great fight. Yeah. It will be. Daz, it's your countryman, isn't it? Daz is up there in Scotland as well. So did you see Martin Bacoli's up there? I wonder what he's doing up there. What's Martin Bacoli? He's Scotland. I know it's at home, but he's at a Queensbury. He's at a Queensbury. What's he doing? What's he up to? Avatar Dylan, you reckon Moses would use it right now? Don't know. Don't know about that. Don't know. The boogeyman's bubble has been burst. Something's been burst. Be his stomach if he carries on eating. But I spoke to his lovely coach. And I think I've seen some of the interviews that he did as well. They're obviously looking into nutrition. Jermaine Franklin, great fight. I really like that, you know. So we suggest it on Twitter. Jermaine Franklin, Andy Ruiz next for Moses Itauma. Hey, Wizard Sleep. His name. Good evening to you, Mr. Sleeve. Josh Taylor went from so good to so bad so quick. So strange. I think it was the weight with him. I think it was the weight. Because I've seen him like boil down. I saw him and Kakachi, I think it was over a year ago now, and he was drained the hell down. Even looking at Echo Essuman, he looks drained as hell as well. I wonder how that fight's going to go. I'm sitting here picking my brains, and I just don't know how it's going to go. So Nathan is saying that Usyk stops Dubois between 7 and 12 for me. Well, 73 Urban, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe that's a good idea. You can't post GIFs and memes on here. Maybe. Usyk is a freak of nature, highly intelligent boxing IQ. Yeah, he's something else. Right, we're gonna do comms on this. We've got 2 fights left. It's a short watch along for us for once. You know what? I don't even know. He dropped the ball because he was picking up the food, weren't he? He's gotta this is what I mean, heavyweights. Yeah, yeah, I can eat what I want. No, you can't. You're still an athlete. You shouldn't be eating what you want. You should be still eating like a athlete. Franklin would be an ideal marker for Moses. If we smoked him in a few rounds, everyone would know. Absolutely. But then there's always this shadow that's gonna, yes, on the surface of it, but then Franklin's been inactive. So there's gonna be that excuse, oh yeah, he's done that because Jermaine's been inactive, so you can't really count that. And it's like, what does this guy have to do to prove that he is the real deal? He's just got to keep on fighting and just keep going for everyone. Um, James says Moses beats Dillian right now, but I don't think that fight will happen. Nah, neither do I. Yeah, Aloy's spot the guy out as well. Can't even remember what round it. That was the first fight that was on from 7 p.m. The first zone fight. So I know he knocked out his opponent, Jameson. Quite a bad knockout, actually. I think he was down for a little bit. Doctors in the ring, etc. But he got up. Yeah, quite explosive he is. He's got that explosive power. Oh, it's because I've scraped my hair back, and I've got like. If you guys, do you remember? Did you guys used to watch the T-fal advert in the 80s? I've got like a T-fal forehead in it. I've got massive head. All that knowledge in there. Yeah, definitely doing a watch along for the main event. But you know me, I like to catch up with the chat first. So we've got Collins versus McGregor. This would be interesting actually. Let's have a look. So we've got, you know what I like? What I really do like that Adam Smith is back on DAZN commentary. It's like his voice is just so suited. I mean, he left Sky, obviously he was ill. Oh, and before I forget, I want to say condolences to the family of Georgia O'Connor, 25-year-old boxer that I've spoken to a couple of times, former GB fighter, she was with Boxer, and then unfortunately, from what she's put up on her posts, a little bit of not being listened to when she was saying something's not right with her by the hospitals. And then obviously she got diagnosed with cancer and unfortunately passed away a couple of days ago. So yeah, I'd like to express my deepest condolences to all of her family. I believe she got married as well very recently. And yeah, it's so sad. Such a young girl. And I'm telling you, I'm not saying this because she's passed away. She was actually a really, really lovely person. So kind, good-hearted, and they always say the good die young, don't they? So, condolences to the family, the O'Connor family, and her recent husband. Yeah, so sad. But yeah, let's get back to this fight. And this is the thing, guys. This is why I always say just make the most of your life because you don't know when it's your turn to go. She was 25. We all think that we're going to grow up, grow old, all the rest of it. And sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. So do what you want. Don't give a, obviously within reason. Be good, be kind, live well, live out your dreams. Take no notice of the naysayers that have got something to say but ain't doing jack themselves. And just get on with it because when it's your time, there's no asking for the clock to go back. That's it. It's lights out. And that's why I do what I do because I'm doing it because I want to do it. And here we go. Let's have a look. We've got Southpaw versus Orthodox here. And that's Collins. To be fair, I don't know much about Collins. Obviously, McGregor, I've seen him fight before. So first round's almost over. I think they've got into it a little bit, but now they're back to like finding that range. Nice solid end to round number 1 by Collins, to be fair. Where's he from, Wizards? Is he English? I don't recognize the name. So you're gonna either take me back somewhere, or is he American? Rossenhall. Rosenthal. Let's have a look. Oh, he's British. Interesting. I'll have to have a look. Maybe I know the face and not the name. I was at one of the Queensbury shows the other day, and this gentleman started to speak to me, and he was been on ITV like for years. And I was looking at him, and I was thinking, do I recognize you? Do I recognize? And he said his name, and I forgot to Google him. But he was a very nice man and was eating all my sweets. Because when you're at these boxing matches, I like to buy sweets because it just keeps you alert. Not saying that the fights are boring, but it just gives you that eye opener when you're watching the fight. So I always have like jelly babies or bonbons or something with me with my water. So let's have a go. I like this Collins. He's quite come forward, isn't he? Sneaky with the southpaw. Doesn't seem to be bothering McGregor. Both of the guys were in the clinch there as McGregor comes forward on the front foot. A 1-2's thrown by Collins. McGregor's there, sort of like using that arm to get him into a little bit of a headlock, a little bit of a feint there from Collins as he goes forward, and a 1-2 comes in, but the backhand comes out first from McGregor to get inside. Both guys in the clinch. The ref's letting them fight in the clinch. Collins looks more muscular, to be fair, but muscles don't always equate to strength, do they, when it comes to boxing? I did have a green screen, but it's just too much faffing about. All right, let's have a look. McGregor comes forward like a peekaboo style. Both guys seem to be getting into the clinch. Couple of body shots there. Ref having a little look on those. They're on the belt. They weren't low. Nice work from the inside from McGregor there. Collins on the ropes. Can't really get his own shots off. Tries to come back with a counter hook. Throws McGregor into the ropes. It's getting a little bit scrappy there. Ref didn't need to separate them. They came out of it. A 1-2 comes in from Collins. Jab comes out from McGregor. 1-2. 3 comes in from Collins. Both guys in the clinch, but McGregor quite confidently working once again in the clinch there. I think Collins just tapped McGregor on the head there. Not quite a punch. Jab, backhands, right, okay. McGregor is standing in orthodox, but he's leading with the backhand, almost like he's southpawing it, but he's not, if that makes sense. So he's leading with the backhand. He's not using his orthodox jab. The ref having a go at the... Oh, sweet shot there from McGregor. That took their head clean off Collins. Didn't go down, though, but that was sweet. That was a good shot. I think McGregor just needs to just keep his hands up just a little bit. That shot was a sweet one. Can't remember his name, but it was lovely. It's just that you've said that commentator now, and I'm thinking, I wonder if it was him, but I'm going to Google him in a bit and have a look at him. Definitely is. Definitely is about the balls, isn't it? Some people say that they've got balls, but they haven't, have they? Faint and then find your feet. Oh, that was sweet. That was. Imagine if he was able to finish that off. Look at that. Left hook, whip that round. The face of Collins twisted to the side. Right, both guys take the center of the ring. Like I said, we've got Collins. He's wearing the grey and white shorts. Southpaw. I like the way he puts his he's got combinations. He does throw a lot of combinations. And we've got McGregor in the red and white. I really like this. Nice feints from the both of them. McGregor just feinting, edging forward. Collins there trying to time it when McGregor comes forward, but he's managed to miss the shots. You know, you've got somebody that's feinting, coming forward, and you can see Collins like saying, okay, I'm going to time you, I'm going to time you. But he always manages, McGregor always manages to like slip under the shot. So pouring out a feint, just overthrowing there. His distance wasn't too good, and that's McGregor going into Collins. And then once again, both of the guys are in the clinch. McGregor's really needs to keep his hands up. I'm surprised the ref can clock that. If you're talking about low blows, 1, 2, 3, as he launches forward with the shots, and this is Collins to McGregor. Oh, that was a sweet one. Backhand, or was it? No, yeah, 1, 2, 3. Backhand landed from Collins there. It's all right. I'm just looking at Southpaw, in it. Yeah, they go a bit of inside work. Swinging uppercuts coming in from Collins. Oh, gum shield's out. He still wants to carry on fighting, but the ref clocked it. It wasn't intentional. They were in a nice combination. Both of them were throwing punches then. Gum shield goes in quickly. Let's get back to business, guys. Have a look. Nice what that. See, we've got McGregor. He's like he goes under the arms of Collins and then reached in and throws a nice whipping body shot. Lovely backhanding from McGregor once again. He packs some power here. That's what I'm saying about muscles and power. Look how lean McGregor is. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Lovely work. And this is Collins. Push McGregor back. McGregor gets off the ropes, turns it round. It really, oh, the blows, man. The dip in from Collins, the jab flips out from McGregor. I think the timing on McGregor is better. He seems to be able to land the shots. He's got the range down where sometimes Collins is just falling slightly short. You can see that because when he throws his combinations, McGregor's going back and he's having to chase. He's walking forward with the shots, so they're not landing clean. Oh, there's a tartan tornado. No, I missed it, but I did see the pictures. Anybody in the chat, I don't know if they watched the fight. I think there was a nasty cut in that one. McGregor is hell bent on sticking it on Collins. And that's you guys in the chat. Let me come back out here. We've seen Essuman getting wrapped up by his coach. Echo's a lovely guy as well. Spoke to him a few times, but I've also spoke to Josh Taylor a couple of times as well. Really nice man. I like his attitude. He's a fighter through and through. Josh Taylor is. That's why he doesn't want to give up. You know, he's been on the road for ages. He was signed to Top Rank. We would rarely see him fight in the UK. He was everywhere. I get it with the Jack Catterall thing. That should have been Jack Catterall that won that. And I think from then he just went on a bit of a strange, bumpy road. He rematches Jack Catterall. Jack Catterall gets the win. Some people a little bit up in the air about that, but it's sort of like, yeah, you needed to get this win, and we're going to give that win to you. And now he's fighting Echo Essuman, so let's see how it goes. Both of these guys fighting in the clinch again with Collins on the ropes. But the ref separates the two. McGregor's got a nice backhand, you know. Really nice backhand. Throws it with purpose. And it's all right, that backhand and that left hook. Remember I said he was leading. It's almost like he's leading with the backhand. using that more meaningful than the jab. They've got to be careful. Is that a knockdown or is that a drag? Let's have a look at his legs. He's counting him. Yeah, he's counting him. And that's the combinations. Once again, I was saying about Collins, he throws like a plethora of shots. 1, 2, body shots, gone. Uppercut, chins down. Sweet, sweet shot. That up, just whoop, just like that short whack. That's 2 now. 2. We are in round number 4 of 12. This is where Collins is now going to potentially see blood. He got him again. Towel goes in. Over. Over. Wow. Wow. Watch the second knockdown back if you can. That uppercut was just short, sweet, and purposeful. Wow. It just goes to show your recovery rate. Listen, I haven't been knocked out. But when you look at the recovery rate, when you get knocked down once, the chances are they'll come. You've got enough time left in the round. They're going to come and they're going to get you and they're going to finish you off. And that's exactly what Collins did. He seized the opportunity. Sometimes you see that. Sometimes you see knockdowns, and then the fighter pulls back and he's like, "Nah, not yet, not yet, not yet." And then that's it. The rounds just take them away. But with this one, he sees the opportunity, sees the day. What is it? Carpe diem. That was a sweet uppercut. Play it back. I want to see that again. And I didn't know much about Collins. I didn't do any homework for this card, to be fair, because the majority of the fighters, I knew who they were, but I didn't know who this Collins was. So shame on me. Southpaw, that uppercut. Play it back, guys. Come on. Here we go. Yeah, they're doing a replay now. Oh, that's the first one. So it was his backhand that got him down the first time. Then a hook, legs were going, and then yeah, that was the first knockdown. There was a collection of shots there. Some of them landed clean. The last one was sort of like a little bit of a push. Then we've got the 1-2 that got him down, just like that. 1-2. Then here we go, jab, body shot. Oh, sweet. Look at that. Come on, I want to see the uppercut. You see what I mean? Where he like lunges forward, but he got his timing perfect then. Right, show us the last one. Here we go. Jab, feint the jab, body cut. Oh no, it's the same one. I want to see the uppercut. Waved it off. Waved it off. Gum shield out as he runs back to his corner. See, even the commentary saying not many people outside of Scotland would have known who he was. So I don't feel too bad now. But poor homework on my half. But yeah, I like that. Fair play to him. Iffy, how you doing? Definitely what a beating. Chris, how are you doing? I'm all good. I hope you are as well. Look at the smile on his face. Bless him. You know what I like about boxing, even though I wouldn't like it if it happened to me and I lost, that there's always two emotions in the ring, the loser and the winner. You see the happiness, the emphatic smiles, the cheers, the jumps, and then there's always a downside to it. Boxing is a true balance in sport, and that's why I love it so much. Fair play to them. That was short and sweet. I hope they're not going to take 768,000 years because it's only 5 past 9 to get to the main event. I didn't know enough. So obviously I was just going to say McGregor because I didn't know enough. But yeah, what a turnout that was. But what does Frank Warren say? There's always upsets on the fights. So yeah, Nightmare Collins suits him. Both guys give each other a genuine hug. Nice one. I think he's undefeated as well, isn't he? Can't tell with this pixelated rubbish. My mic's got an echo. Oh, let me turn that down. Is that better? Let me know if there's any issues with the sound. Let me just make sure my audio is okay. I think it is on there properly. Did you? Well, Dazza is from is from Scotland. Then again, so's McGregor. But you will know who he is. I'd never heard of him before. Never heard of him before. Everyone's on the hurry for the main event. Yeah, because you know when you get those early, when you get the knockouts, and it's like you know you're going to have these awkward gaps, and it's filling in those awkward gaps. Considering it's been a particularly quiet week for boxing. So yeah, but fair play to this lad. Commiserations to McGregor. He will come again. But we shall see what happens with him moving forward. So if you've just joined on Abs of October Reds, this is conversation and commentary. It's a live watch along for Taylor versus Essuman. Is it going to be time to hand the torch over, or is Taylor going to retain winning ways? We don't know. This could go either way. I know Echo is a tough fighter. I know that Josh Taylor is. I know that Josh Taylor's had more wear and tear, you'd think, at a lower weight. But when you look at their stats, I think they've had the same amount of fights, haven't they? 21. Oh, 21 and 22. So Echo's actually had more fights, obviously at the higher weight. Josh has now gone up. He's at 147. Says that he feels better at it. So we should see that. Maybe. Who knows? I knew what the joke was. I smiled. I did see it. I did smile. Is Skyliner in here? You two, the twins. Where is Skyliner in it? Yes! The two of you are. You know what I feel like doing? Skyliner, Star Fox. Do you want to jump in so I can see what you look like? You know what they say, three's better than one. I'll quite happily post the link. I've never done that before actually for one of our live watch alongs. So let me know. I need to see if you two are two different people. You haven't even got to put the camera on. I just want to make sure you're two different people because I'm not convinced. Separated at birth, maybe twins. Who knows? So Collins is taking all of his glory, obviously bathing in it, obviously coming as the underdog, proved everybody wrong. Seemed to have sold a few tickets as well, so he's definitely having a good night. Moses and Allies wasn't a shock. I think I got them accurately spot on. Both waste of time fights with respect. So you didn't rate Jameson at all then, Chris? I think Moses' opponent was a bit of an unknown, so I wasn't too sure. I wasn't like banking on anything from him. So yeah. If you put money on it, that's what I want to know. Gamble aware, gamble safely, everybody. Don't be silly with your money. You know. Essuman for the stoppage. Ooh, engine. Essuman points. I think it could be a stoppage. I don't think this is gonna go to points. You know, look at Echo Essuman for Chris Congo, beat Chris Congo. Then obviously Chris Congo fought his opponent. Why is his name gone over the top of my head? Just he was the last interview that I did. And look what happened there. He just literally out-engined him. Even though Echo knocked him out after being knocked down by him. Brilliant fight that was if you watched that. I think that was on the Magnificent Seven. Where's he gone now? Got his name here. Losing my flipping marbles. Owen Cooper. There we go. I knew I'd get it back. Um, so Owen Cooper, look what happened with him and Chris Congo. So who knows? Echo Essuman is a good fighter. We know he packs the power, and it literally is. You can't even say it's experience because Echo's had more professional fights. So Jameson was in there for the payday. He did zilch, and there's good odds on Echo. Yeah, Owen Cooper. I'll get there in the end. I don't know why it just flitted over the top of my head. Moses is a real deal. That's why I said that. And Jameson is always finished once he gets caught. Carl Frampton making Ade look like an NBA player. It's nice to see Ade back. He was on a little bit of he was a bit missing in action, wasn't he? A couple of weeks ago. So it's good to see him back. No doubt he'll be there June the 7th as well. Oh, guys, I don't know if I've told you. I don't know if you're aware, or I've been doing well. I took a chance, and I did some commentary work and presenting work for Box Academy events, which is under Queensbury. It is the Warrens that do it. So I did some commentary for them the other day, and they've called me back. So June the 27th, which is a Friday, I'll be doing comms again on their channel. So it's Box Academy events. If you can, subscribe to the channel and just show us some support in the chat. I think a couple of you did last time. But if you can turn up, June the 27th, I think it is, Friday. It's going to be at your call. I mean, if you're local, come to the fight. But if not, tune in. Box Academy on YouTube. They've got their own channel. And I'll be on there. And it'd be nice to get some support with that. Yeah, he's been in the gym, hasn't he? Taylor points, but all depends on how Taylor does at 147. Because Essuman is no mug. He's definitely no mug. Yeah, it's good to see him back, but unforgivable that he didn't do Eubank versus Ben. I know, crazy that was, weren't it? I did a watch along for that. Yeah, I did. Yeah, because I didn't go to it because they let us know that I was accredited like the day before, and I've cancelled my hotel. That like 2 days before the charge, yeah. Because if they turned around and said you're not accredited, I'm not losing my hotel money. So I cancelled my hotel, and then when I found out, I was like, oh, let me go back online. The hotel tripled, quadrupled because of obviously the event itself. So I said, forget that. I ain't doing that. So I stayed at home. Saved hundreds and ended up chilling out with you lot anyway, which I don't mind spending my evenings with you guys. You jumping on online, Skyliner? He's not going to do that, is he? Right, Echo's there warming up. Both of them. Oh, Josh looking fast. He's with his coach McNally, isn't he? Josh Taylor was with Shane McGregor. That's the one that made him a world champion. Shane McGregor was his trainer. Shout out to Shane McGregor. Good trainer he is. Very good trainer. But I wonder what's going to happen with his fighters. We've got, obviously, CBS was on the ring card, so he's all right. He's had a payday, so he's nice. What about Caroline Dubois? When's she going to be back out? Terry Harper won yesterday. Potentially, that's the fight to make, a unification with those two. We'll see what happens there. I'll speak to Frank at the press conference and see if that's a potential fight to make now. I think Caroline's obviously been, doing what she does, talking herself into a fight, which is good because she needs to have a fight. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I've had no response from Ben Shalom because I can ask him as well because obviously Caroline's his fighter. Or I'll speak to Frank Smith next week at the presser because I'm not even sure if Eddie's going to be there. I was wondering where this was going. You should become a hotel ticket tout. You'd make some peas on the side. You know what? If I was in this game for money, I picked the wrong career. I'm not in this for money, mate. And we'll definitely get one in Scotland. Oh, gifted decisions. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That happened last time, didn't it? Good evening, Bon Scott. How you doing? Ain't seen you in a while. Let's just get up. Let's have see what Chrissy said. As much as I didn't like the Eubank Ben fight in the first place, I still enjoyed it, being there, the atmosphere, seeing Senior on the screen, opening the door, got to me and others. Yeah. But you, what did you not like the fight itself? Because how did you end up going if you didn't like the fight? Chris, are you being a boxing hypocrite? I know it happens sometimes. It would have been a brilliant fight to go to. So Bon Scott, good evening. Just caught the Itauma fight. I know the guy will go back to flipping burgers at Wendy's, but what a sublime KO. So fast you don't appreciate the power. He has one touch and done. Shout out to all the Scottish in the chat this evening, you lovely people. This is so funny. Star Fox. Oh, my mic's broken. Sorry, can't go live. Just let me switch to my Skyliner account with another excuse. You lot are crazy. One day I'll get you. Christopher Anthony, good evening to you. So we are waiting for the main event. So we know that the rematch is going to happen. Right. What do you think? In fact, this is what I want to ask. Because I watched the press conference with Fabio Wardley and Justice Honey. Now, Justice Honey's oak is I'm not saying that he's rubbish because he isn't, but a lot of people are saying like this could be an actual upset for Fabio. Now, guys, can you put me in that mindset so I can see what these people are saying? Because so far nobody's been able to break it down and let me know why he's a real threat to Fabio. And I'm not saying that he isn't. I'm just saying that I can't see it. And you know me, I'm not always right. But what do you think? And do you agree with that? Do you think it is a dangerous fight for Fabio? I'm not Simon Jordan who puts a boxer against his manager. Yes, he fought him and he stopped him. And it was a devastating stoppage. They weren't allowed to celebrate straight away, Bon, because obviously he was on the floor, he was on his back. What I was going to say is, yeah. So talk to me about that, Justice Honey. I need your opinion on that. But what I also want your opinion on is who should Dave Allen fight next as well. Obviously, Johnny Fisher. We're looking at rebuilds. We're looking at where he is. The same thing was about Chev Clark as he found, what his level is. Frank Smith was saying that Chev just didn't box the way that he usually does, but he moved from his trainer to Virgil Hunter. So I don't know what was going on there or why that happened. But Frank was saying that Chev didn't box the way that he usually boxes, but whatever. I'm definitely not going to take away the credit of what young Vidal Riley did in there. So we'll see. But yeah, Johnny Fisher rebuild is a massive ticket seller, so there's no way they'd never get rid of him anyway. I'm not saying that you should get rid of people when they lose. He's had one loss, and it was against an experienced fighter. And I do agree, he didn't have to take the rematch, and he did. But it's like, where do we put him now? I had high hopes for Johnny Fisher. Really like him. He's a lovely guy. Really lovely guy. Good family. Yes, his dad is emotionally involved because it's his son and he cares about his son. So with all that dad stuff, he's a dad. Whatever. He's going to protect his son no matter what. And he will go, any man will go up against the world for their children. So he's not going to give two flying Fs what anyone says about him. He backed his son. Even though I thought Dave Allen won the first one as well, but he definitely did this time. So what does Dave Allen do? Because once again, Dillian White's name's been thrown in the mix to fight Dave Allen. What do people think? Let's have a look. Right, so Chris is saying, okay, we've got some answers in good because I need people to help me see what other people are seeing. I actually think Wardley stops Honey midway. Not the right time for Honey yet. He needed a similar opponent to Lorena. Okay, fair. Watched his first fight against Lorena, and this is where I'm going, Bon. He wasn't that impressive, although he won. I reckon Fabio will do him. Now, that's where my thought process is. But look, it's heavyweight boxing. You don't know what's going to happen on the night. You can't write anybody off. But on the surface of it, I would have said that Fabio will win that fight. But you just don't know, do you? Right. Illegal Eagles is saying Honey is a tricky fighter and he isn't going to be scared to engage with Fabio and it could be a challenge. Okay, here we go. Keep it coming. So you're saying his resilience and the fact that he won't cower from Fabio is what could be tricky. Okay. Is that even a technical analysis? The Samoan looking guy always wins. Simple. Get your mic sorted. No, it's not spam. This is what I need. Sorry, not. I reckon Alan should fight Chisora. Ooh, will generate a good payday for him, and then he can ride off into the sunset to his ensuite bathrooms. What if Dave Allen's got a resurgence and he doesn't want to ride off into the sunset? Chisora, isn't Chisora like isn't he IBF ranked? Isn't he at the top of the IBF rankings because of his fight with Otto Wallin? Was that an IBF eliminator or am I tripping? So is Chisora, when we look at like levels, is Chisora going to want to drop down to fight Dave Allen? Not saying like on paper it's a good fight, but you're thinking about business sense. It's going to be worth more for Dave Allen than it is for Derek Chisora, isn't it? So I don't know. Right. Good evening. Is it? I'm just going to say fish because I never know how to say your name, and I just don't want to be rude. Honey, one, young, two decent fundamentals, three, last minute replacement. Potentially a tricky night's work, to be fair, but I've got Fabio. Okay. 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 So we're talking about fundamentals, youth, and potentially that last minute upset. Okay. So Christopher saying that people are proper gassing Allen. Fair play to Dave Allen, but he's only beaten. I won't say that. And Johnny Fisher doesn't have Chinese, it's his dad. It's still the same Dave Allen that used to get battered most weekend. But did he though? The thing is, I think he was thrown in quite early, wasn't he, with some opponents. So Dillian White, did he fight Louis Ortiz? I'm just trying to think of the names that are going to pop up the top of my head. I know Lucas Brownie won that fight, but he was thrown in the deep end quite early, wasn't he? I think when he's focused, he's got very good fundamentals and he knows his way around the ring. Are we gassing him up? I don't know. I don't think we are, Christopher. I think he deserves the accolades. I know, Johnny Fisher's quite young, as in young in boxing. But no, I don't know. I'd like to see. I don't know. I don't even know who I could see Dave Allen in with, but he's now re-signed with Matchroom. So I'm sure they've got a few tricks up the sleeve. And remember, guys, Frank Warren has got like 9 million heavyweights, and there's a 5v5 coming up soon. So are they going to put Dave Allen in on a 5v5 via one of Frank Warren's heavyweights? There's a trade-off, because that's what I was saying. But I don't think he'll be back to selling out Romford. Nah, because he sells tickets. They'll be able to put like events on for him at the Copper Box. Alan Chisora, last fight should be against other true 50-50. Either could win. I still want to see Chisora White. But he doesn't want that fight, does he? Right, I agree with Chris W. Fabio wins the fight, but needs more fights. Though I think the fight will be very entertaining. Yeah, but Fabio's never in crap fights, is he? I do like that Terramona. That's the one that I'm keeping my eye on. I think he's good. I think when he sharpens up, when he tightens up a bit, I think that's the one that I'm keeping my eye on. But I could be wrong. Ah, now we're talking, James. Okay, Alan to fight to Kiwi or Adelaide. Yeah, go on then. Yeah, go on. I'll have that. Bon Scott saying, I don't see Alan beating Adelaide. Stars make fights with that one, isn't it, Bon? Dave Allen never got battered. His problem is that he's very, very talented, but he's too lazy to train properly. The term could have been a contender was made for him. Yeah, I think he knows that now. And that's why he woke up a little bit. But when I saw him on the scales, I thought, oh, God, he's done exactly that again. I didn't think he'd win. And I thought because Johnny Fisher was so focused that he'd do it. How wrong was I? Right, it's main event time. I'll let the guys get into the ring while I just catch up with the rest of this chat before we go into full commentary mode. So if you just joined us on Abs of October Red, this is the live watch along for Taylor versus Essuman. They've just put the stats up on the screen. It's a nice, evenly matched fight. Essuman's had one more fight than Josh, but obviously Essuman's been at 147. Josh has just jumped up. So yeah, there is no live footage. It's just me yapping to you guys and talking to you in the chat and doing some comms. Essuman walks out first. His Elias is the engine. I like that because he's definitely got one. Right, Christopher Anthony saying, to be fair, I wish all these old heavyweights would just do one. It's an absolute dead division, and that's where you get these novelty fighters. I mean, the best heavyweight in the world doesn't knock anyone out. Oh, Christopher, cutting, Christopher. But did he lie? Dave Allen White makes sense. Yasmin, big up to yourself as well. Good evening to you. No point in White Chisora. White one conclude. Oh no. Oh no. White seems to want a big name or a noticeable name. But Chris, Devil's Advocate, can he go back down? Because if he goes back down, what happens to him? So that he can only fight the names now because of his experience, because he's not at his peak anymore. He's going to try and get the names, isn't he? I can't wrong him for that. The problem is Dave wants a walkover before facing Adelaide or Takivi, and they're both below his level. Has he said who he wants to fight? Because I've got quite a few interviews to catch up on. Because sometimes I watch them, but then when they get a little bit repetitive and nonsensical, I just like, oh, I'll just see what Twitter, I'll see what X is saying. Is there any summaries? Has anybody pulled out anything from any of the interviews? I saw that Johnny Fisher was emotional and quite understandable as well after his fight. Dave Allen's just seemed to have cracked on with it. He was in Doncaster yesterday. He was cornering, so he's just getting on with it. Can you hear the bagpipes? As Taylor gets ready to walk out. I like that. I like the bagpipes. No clue who White's fight could be. Bloody anyone. He's had beef with everyone. It's the Jamaican in us. We're like that, Chris. It's just, we go everywhere and it's just chaos. This short notice fight, who is it? I've messaged him and he's told me to mind my own business. So I don't even know who he's fighting. It's not going to be anybody special, is it? Because it's short notice for him. He's stepped on. I thought he was there at the press conference to support Fabio, but he wasn't. I agree with that fight. He should be fighting Big Baby Miller, but Big Baby Miller was supposed to be fighting Fabio, and look how that turned out. He's injured, so he can't fight, can he? I do get on with Dillian. He's crazy. Lovely bagpipes for the countryman. Josh, the Tornado, Taylor. I watched, a very good interview with him years ago by Rob Tebbett when he was with Boxing Social, and that was the most informative interview that I'd ever watched. And because of that sit down that Rob Tebbett had with Josh Taylor, I was able to piggyback on the back of that, scramble, like beg for an interview because I was like a new channel and I was bringing up these little gems that Rob Tebbett had in it. And he like looked at me like to say, you studied me. And he said it was a good, it was a good interview. And I remember when obviously he won Jack Catterall, but he didn't. And you saw the despair in his face, and his face was absolutely battered. And I went up to him like after everybody had gone, and they were saying he's not doing any more interviews. I said, I'm not doing an interview. I just want to see if he's okay. I just went up and said, "How are you?" kind of thing, and he remembered me. So when I see him now, he always says hello. What a gent! It's a little bit of story about Josh Taylor. You remember these fighters for their character, who they are, and there's a few of them that are that I've got time for because of their character. He's lovely. He's a lovely guy. He does want to speak to you. You get fighters now that have had like 5 fights and they're like, no, I'm not doing any interviews. I don't want to speak to anybody. And then you've got veterans, you've got world champions that'll say, yeah. And to me, that's what stands out. It's character over everything for me. I don't care if you get sparked out. I don't care if you lose your last 5 fights. Don't care. It's who you are as a person. And boxing is full of all sorts of characters, and he's definitely one of them. So see how this goes tonight. He's keen. He's not giving up. He wants to be there. He knows his capabilities. He's been drained down at 140 for too long, so now he's gone up to 147. But Echo, the engine Essuman, is saying, nope, you ain't getting past me. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, absolutely. Big up Rob Tebbett for sure. He's a fantastic interviewer. He is highly skilled interviewer. So yeah, got a lot of time for Rob, and he's always been good to me as well. So, oh, you watched that one, did you? All those years ago. Cheers for that. Yeah, he was a good guy. Definitely a great interviewer. You've got to give people their flowers. There's not many great interviewers out there, but Rob Tebbett is definitely one of them. The Josh Taylor versus Ramirez and Regis Prograis, in my opinion, was the best fighter in the country. Yeah, yeah. That Regis Prograis fight, I'll never forget that. He really lit up the room with that fight. A good fight. Regis Prograis, another really nice guy as well. There's a few of them. There's more good than bad in boxing. I'll tell you that for free. And there's our lovely Mr. Triber. He's very friendly and very helpful. He shouted out my name, and I really need to cut that up and put it at the beginning of my conversations, but I haven't done it yet. But yeah. Oh, look at that mask. I love that mask that Echo wears. He always wears it. I like it. Looks vicious. Rihatpo. What's happened to him? Josh Taylor was world champion, 15 fights, undisputed in 18. Absolutely gutted for the guy that he never had any appreciation because he's Scottish. I will concur with that. He should have been held as a United Kingdom hero for his achievements in boxing, and that was painful to see him sort of like on the outskirts because of that, because he was signed by Top Rank, because he wasn't promoted in the UK. I do agree with that. Here we go. I'm excited for this fight. I do like watching Josh fight. I like watching Echo fight, but I've watched more of Josh Taylor's fights. Considering Echo's had more fights than him as well. Gosh, has he still got it? Has he still got it? Are we going to see that tonight? Oh, they've turned up for him. The Tartan Tornado. Taylor. Look at the crowd. The Scots love the boxing as well. Never very get the main shows up there. So it's nice to see that this one's up there. A little bit of a homecoming. And these guys had great respect for each other in the press conference as well, which I like. Don't get me wrong, I do like the arguing, the table flipping, and the fighting. But it was nice that they had that. And Josh can be very spiky, as you know. Here we go. Fighters walking back to their respective corners after the instructions from the referee. Touch gloves. Final words from the coaches to the fighter. Josh bouncing on his toes. Echo bouncing on his toes. Getting ready for that seconds out and first bell to go. Let's get it cracking, guys. Let's go. Both of the guys go for the center of the ring. Once again, we've got Southpaw versus Orthodox. Taylor goes straight in for the hook to the head to Essuman as he throws out the jab. Just getting that range in. Taylor on the inside of the foot of Essuman. As Essuman throws out the jab, Josh slips it as he throws out his own. Just a double jab, just the rangefinder at this point. No intention or meaning as such with it. Just finding the range for both fighters. High guard there from Echo as Josh throws a 1-2, pushing Echo back slightly. Echo comes forward with the backhand to the chest of Taylor. Double jab coming out from Josh. Double jab once again. As Echo steps across, Josh steps with him, moves around to the left. Both guys on the inside there. Body shot coming in from Taylor. Confident performance so far from Taylor, I'd say. You know, when somebody definitely knows their way around the ring, you can see the experience. Josh pushing Echo back there as Essuman came back with his own shot that forced Taylor to retreat slightly. Double backhand coming in there from Josh. Echo's taking the center of the ring, the feint and the backhand coming in from Josh. He does look bigger at obviously he's going to look bigger, but you know what I mean. He looks healthier at 147. And I'm talking about Josh Taylor here, as we know, who's just come up in weight. This is his first fight at this weight. And we are in round number 1 of this 12-round fight. And some lovely combinations coming in already from Josh Taylor to the head of Echo. As Echo throws back one shot of his own. Guys in the clinch. This is heating up nicely. Gosh, Josh. Double jab coming in from Josh Taylor. The jab pours out from Echo, but you've got to be careful with his counters because that's how he knocked out Cooper. He's flicking out the jab. He just flicks it out. Confident on the front foot. Just leans the backhand in towards Essuman as Essuman throws out his 1-2, pushing Josh back there. There's power there, but is there that respect? Josh keeps that hand glued to his chin. Echo throws out a lovely jab, just knocking the head back of Taylor there. Both guys jabbing. 1-2, once again coming in from Josh Taylor, really working that southpaw stance well. He's fast. Fast work. I'd say that's a good round from Taylor. Guys, you know what I'm like with scores. You know what I'm like with judging rounds. Yeah, I'm not here for that. I'm not going to do that until I go on a little mini course that I know how to judge rounds. So please feel free to put it in the chat who you think won round 1. I'm saying Josh. See, 73 Urban saying Josh will be a lot better at 147. Josh is the only Brit to be undisputed in the 4-belt era. Damn. No accolade. 1-0 to Taylor. Josh is looking good. Yep, right. We're on the same page for that one then. It's gonna go awfully wrong soon. You know what I'm like with these scoring. Because I've turned it down because it's giving me an echo. I like to listen to the corners. I don't listen to the commentary. I love to listen to the corners, but I can't hear it. So I didn't bring my headphones. Right, the double jab comes out from Josh. We are going into round number 2 of 12. Backhand comes in from Taylor. Jab. The parrying, the jab and the parrying from Echo here. And the jab to the upstairs, downstairs coming in from Taylor. 1-2 coming in from Essuman. Backhand coming in from Essuman. Body shot, backhand coming in from Taylor. Double jab from Taylor. Oh my God, is he hurt him there? Who says that Essuman was going to stop him? Some good inside work from both of the guys. Headlock there. Come on, Taylor, you know what you're doing. He's got him in a headlock. They always do it on the side that the ref can't see. I love these tactics. 1-2 from Echo Essuman. Double jab. Josh continuously, Taylor continuously pushing forward. Got really long levers. Jab coming back out from Essuman. Jab once again from Essuman. But he's just falling short. Taylor just manages to get out with a couple of inches and he throws in that double jab, then attacks the body shot, counter hook comes in from Essuman. Double jab once again from Taylor. We've got Essuman on the back foot here, but still throwing his shots back, answering with the backhand. 1-2, 1-2 coming in, 1-2 to the body from Taylor. The 2 came into the body from Taylor. We've got 1 minute left of round number 2 of 12. Good fight, man. Good fight. Good boxing match. Oh, sweet. Look at the angles there that he finds. He sweeps the uppercut. He misses it. He slips it. This is Taylor. And he just steps out to the right. Body shot goes in from Taylor to the body. The ring generalship here. 2 tough, hard body shots. Hooks coming into the body from Essuman. Both guys in the clinch. Once again, that double jab and the backhand that he does, throwing it to the body. Really good work. It's so aggressive, so come forward. It's nice to see. Is this the old Josh Taylor, everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sweeping shots there coming in from Echo. The 4th didn't land. Gosh, my watch is telling me it's bedtime, guys. 1-2 coming in from Taylor. Jab comes out and Josh just slips under the jab. Essuman throws out as he finds the angles, moves to the right and throws in a combination of shots. You see, when he's using the ring, this is what I'm saying. You've got a ring there, and we're seeing a fight, and this is obviously his world champion level, isn't he? But look how he uses his lateral movement. There's no straight lines with Josh. It's really good to watch. He moves to the right, he moves to the left, and then he lets off combinations, he even pivots around. So he leaves your opponent like trying to reset all the time. Ring generalship. Forgotten art because all we see is straight lines. Yes. Oh, I don't want to hear the comms. Right, what have we got for round number 2, guys? Josh is definitely looking good. Oh, sorry, the round started. Let's get back to this. Round number 3, 1-2. Josh has come out even faster this time, but Echo's answering. Essuman's answering. Double jab, backhand. Throwing in these heavy shots to Josh Taylor. Josh is slipping and sliding. The engine has woken up, ladies and gentlemen. That was a nice combination. Aggressive, pushing Taylor back onto the ropes. The ref jumped in and separated the 2. Nice work. Josh came out fast. Essuman had an answer. We like it. The ref just separated the 2. Body shot going in from the jab from Essuman, followed by an overhand there to the head of Taylor from Essuman. Double jab from Taylor. Changing the levels, upstairs, downstairs with the feints, moving, keeping busy. 1, 2, 3. Essuman just throwing in the shots there. Body shot coming in from Essuman. Right-handed body shot there. Overhand comes in. Overhand left comes in from Taylor. In his southpaw stance. Body shot. Nice, lovely body shot. That was a nice feint there. Feinted to the head, whipped it round to the body. Oh. Lovely backhand coming in from Essuman there. The strong legs of Echo Essuman. Jab. Jab. 1, 2 from Essuman to Taylor. Taylor goes in for the body shot. Look at his movement. Watch his movement. Watch the feet of Taylor. Even though Essuman got him in with a good shot then, sure the legs dip slightly then of Taylor. As I said, to watch his feet. Okay, so Essuman switching now. So a little bit of a switch stance there from Essuman. Nice lateral movement as well from Essuman, moving around, showing some generalship, moving around to the right. Tagged there by Josh. 1, 2, 3. Lovely combination there from Essuman. As a combination from Taylor as Essuman comes back with his own. Body shot. Hook to the head. Both guys back in the clinch. Double jab from Josh. You know he's going to throw that double jab. Slip, slip. Or parry, parry, counter. Let's have a look at what you can do to nullify the work. Whoa! 1, 2. Oh, this is what I'm saying. Essuman's dangerous when he comes back with the counters. Does he walk back to the wrong corner? Taylor was going back to the wrong corner. Right, let me just catch up with this chat quickly. Right, what we got scores at the doors. We've just finished round number 3. Taylor looks strong. Desty, how you doing? I've seen you for a minute. Yeah. 2-0 Taylor. Taylor's allowed to hold down Essuman without getting penalised. Yeah, that headlock was wild. Essuman's definitely woken up. Guys, what have you got it? I think, am I giving this one to Essuman? I think I'm going to give this round to Essuman. I'm not good at this. But I'm going to say 2-1 to Taylor. I'm going into round number 4 saying 2-1, I think. I don't know. Could be wrong. Who knows? Not down to me, is it? Right, here we go. Round number 4 commences with these guys. Jab. Feel out jab. Slightly slower than the third round. Okay, I see what he's doing. Josh Taylor's sort of like feeling him out and then coming forward quite quickly, aggressively, trying to attack Essuman to the body. Essuman's, in a way, mirroring the work that Josh Taylor's doing. He's also trying to attack the body. He'll counter the same shot that you throw out at him, and he'll also come with his culminations of shots. There's a nice little attempt at an uppercut there from Essuman. Jab coming out from Taylor. That's it. He's protecting it. He's parrying it. He's throwing his own jab back. That's better from Essuman as he throws in these. Just want him to commit a little bit more with that backhand. Once again, the legs of Taylor dip there. Body shot coming in. That looked like a strong one from Essuman to Taylor. Both guys in the clinch. They separated themselves. Nice body shot from Essuman. I don't think Taylor likes those body shots. Not saying that I would, but you can see there, Taylor comes back as he pushes forward. Combinations of the shots of 1, 2 and the hook to the body. Jab, double jab, 2 from Taylor. Jab coming out from Essuman. 1, 2 coming out from Essuman. Jab. Jab. Slip from both guys. 1, 2. Whoa! Josh caught him with a shot clean then. Echo went back into the ropes. He's trying to finish him off, but Echo's got him in the clinch. Whoa! As he fights back. Remember, Essuman's got up off the floor. After being knocked down, now Josh is on wobbly feet because the backhand of Essuman caught Taylor clean in the face. Both guys are in the clinch. Whoa! Here we go. Round number 4 is heating up like a barbecue on a summer's afternoon. Double jab. I like the confidence here. And the thing is with Essuman, he gets that confidence when he's in the fire. But Josh has been here before. He's been a champion. He knows what it's like to have these tough fights. Good work that was. Round 4, 1-2 coming in from Essuman. Once again, the jab knocking back the head of Taylor. It shows that his head was on the line there. Get out the clinch, guys. The ref had a little word with him then. Fantastic again. Nice counter. Yeah, imagine that. But then there was a short delay before he went in for the kill. And then Essuman was able to grab him and clinch him. Taylor probably switched off a little bit there and allowed himself to get hurt as well. Ah, that inside hook. Bang, bang from Essuman. Got Josh right back on the ropes. Oh, this is sweet. And this is the guys that are sussing each other out and seeing what they can do to control the fight. You know, you can literally see them battling. One of them saying, I'm in charge. The other one saying, no, you're not. And this is when you know that a fight's a good matchup. I think, I'll tell you one thing. Echo Essuman really needs to get more credit for the fighter that he actually is, the boxer that he actually is. He's been fighting now for such a long time. He's had so many fights. And people don't really talk about him that much. Weird. I know one of the things that Echo likes to do is to get you on the ropes, and he will punish you on the ropes. That's one of these ways that he likes to get his fighters out of there. But what we've seen is some nice counters. But Josh here has been quite clever because he's able to time the shots that are coming in from Echo and making him miss a little bit more this time. It was just a minute into round number 5. 5? I thought it was round number 4. Round number 5 of 12. And it's Josh Taylor versus Echo Essuman. Very good fight. We've got Taylor seems to have thrown a lot more punches now. Echo has. Interesting. Essuman's thrown more punches. Only about 10 or 11 more. 1-2. So the punch stats came up then. I got distracted. The old headlock again. Don't turn your back. Body shot there from Essuman to Taylor. Pushing him on the back foot there. He's on the ropes a little bit now. Both guys in the clinch. Is the ref going to let them fight it out? He is at the moment. He's probably going to tell him, yeah, it says stop boxing. He separates the two. 1-2. Coming in from Taylor. Body shot coming in from Taylor. Double jab from Taylor. As Essuman tries to throw his own backhand out. But Josh manages to slip under it. Whoa! Sweet hook comes in there from Taylor. Engine takes it though. The engine takes it on the chin. Jab, the dip, the feints. I do like this fight. I think I'll watch this again tomorrow. The jab coming out from Essuman. The 2 on the ropes. Taylor goes. This is what I'm saying. Once Echo can pin you down on those ropes, he will just rag you like a doll. Oh, sweet shot in the head of Essuman from Taylor. Oh, and that was on the go. Good fight. Yep, good scrap, definitely. Mr. Flash, good evening to you. Very good fight. You man are done for. Good evening. And Andrew says, loving this. Yeah, you got it's good. It's a good fight. And they've both shown that they can get hurt and they can carry on and they can stay switched on and stay focused. Good matchup. This is a really good matchup. I mean, people were almost like ridiculing Josh, saying, "Why are you taking the fight with Echo Essuman for like he's a nobody?" Disrespect. Whoever, even if Essuman loses, he's still a good fighter, and this is still a good fight, and it is very well matched. Do you say Shakira? Yeah, for real. You're not lying, Andrew. Right, here we go. Round number 6 of 12. We're at the halfway mark, ladies and gentlemen. And both of them are giving as good as they get. Right. Okay. Frampton's got it 49 to 46 to Taylor. And Frampton is quite honest in his scores, in his commentary, in what he says. I will listen to Carl Frampton all day long. He's one of them that I can actually listen to because he's just tells it as it is. 1, 2, 3 coming in from Taylor. 1, 2 coming in from Taylor, but Essuman just takes it, throws in a body shot. Both men end up in the clinch once again. What is wrong with this DAZN? So pixelated. Double jab. Jab comes out from Essuman. There we go. There's that lateral movement again. I'm not keeping in one place. I just want to see your head offline a little bit more. Keep that head offline as well, Taylor. You've got that movement. Just keep that head offline. 1, 2. Nice jab there coming in from Essuman, followed by the backhand body shot. Work coming in from Essuman there. Probably trying to slow those legs of Taylor down. Slow them down so he can stop moving around like he does, like a gazelle in the ring. Body shots coming in from both guys. There's a fight out of the clinch. Good work. Didn't make it messy. That's one thing I will say about this fight. It's very tidy, isn't it? It's very boxy, very boxing. It's not scrappy. It's not wild. It's composed. It's almost like I'm watching a piece of music get played in front of me. The sport is truly an art. It truly is. Body shot. The what like saying wild. Those hooks that are coming in from Essuman is definitely sitting down on his shots, trying to get his power off with Taylor, who doesn't seem phased, still moving around quite comfortably. I wouldn't say that he's necessarily slowed down. He still does the same thing. He throws that double jab to go in to attack the body, a sign that I thought maybe Essuman would have probably read into, so we can potentially avoid that because he's doing the same move. He throws in that double jab to get inside to let one off to the body. See, the same thing over and over again. And then he throws a nice sweeping hook in there. Yeah, good work. This is quality. Devin and Shakira, take note. Andrew, you're a funny man. Who do you think's going to win out of Belanga and Shiraz? I like Shiraz. Yeah, I like that. Another ring card in the US. The UK's had the best ring card so far, but I don't think this card would be bad, to be fair. But the UK's definitely had the best one because how anticlimactical was that one the week after Eubank Junior Ben? Oh, If I was His Excellency, I'd be asking for some flipping refunds from them for their performances. Here we go. Guys, please put the scores in there. I've lost it now. I don't know who's doing what. We are going into round number 7. Engine. Essuman starts to push forward a bit, but Taylor's still answering it. But I do believe that Essuman is fighting Taylor's fight. I do believe that. I believe that Taylor is the more dominant fighter, and Echo is answering rather than predicting. You've got a lead in a fight. That doesn't mean that, like I said, it doesn't mean that Essuman can't win because he can. But I'm saying that he's fighting Taylor's fight. I'm saying this as he pushes him towards the ropes and catches him with some good shots. Look at this. You see exactly what he does there? Pushes you to the ropes and unloads those hooks to the body. That's what the Engine likes to do when he controls a fight. But the experience of Taylor is not allowing him to do that. It's not allowing him to get comfortable because even though he's been hurt a couple of times, he's able to get out of those tricky situations. And this is where the experience comes in. And this goes back to all of us saying about Moses Itauma, talking about fighting Anthony Joshua and that. He needs to get this. You know, everyone says you got to get the rounds in because the rounds are going to give you the experience for the different type of fighters that you're going to face later on in your career. Don't rush him. Lecture over. Toby Ringo Bartlett, how you doing? Body shots coming in from both fighters. Swinging a bit there from both guys. Nice little body shot coming in from Essuman. You can see the corners on the, not on the apron, but on the shouting in instructions to their fighters. Clapping when they believe their fighters scored a nice shot. You'd have to block all of that noise out. Jab from Taylor. 1-2 from Taylor. Is his eye bleeding or is it my face? Is it my laptop? It looks like Josh Taylor's got a cut on his left eye. I don't know. I'm probably seeing things. I don't know. Backhand coming in from Essuman. Yeah, he's cut. His eye's bleeding. There we go. The Engine is starting to liven up once again, but Josh is staying in there. That's what's happening to Essuman's shorts. Look how high they are. There's a safety band showing. 1-2 coming in from Essuman. Body shot. Taylor answers with his own body shot. Sets yourself at all times. Yeah, there's a cut there. I need to pay attention to that. I think Essuman had a bit of a lump on his eye as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a cut under the eyebrow. So it's on the eyelids of Josh Taylor's eye. We've got some reddening by the bridge of the nose as well. Right, tuck the elbows in and keep it short. Step back, go in low, like not low, but body shots, he's telling him. Oh, that was straight on the head. Yeah, good work. Somebody was saying that Itauma will probably beat Joshua now. We was having a debate earlier because obviously we've seen what Moses did earlier this evening. So yeah. But I just think fighters need to build. Northbank Bren, how are you doing? It's been 9,000 years. Hope you're all good. Right, here we go. Right, Josh has come out, took the centre of the ring, moving in quicker. Essuman saying nope. He throws out his own 1-2, hitting Taylor in the face with the second one clean. We are in round number 8 of 12. Not quite championship yet, but we're getting there. It's been a good fight so far. 68-65 to Taylor. These are Carl Frampton scorecards. And I'm not going to argue with him. He's the only one, like I said, he's the only one I actually think, yeah, all right then, yeah. What he says makes sense. He's very matter of fact Mr. Frampton. I've not read his book. Right, this feints, the pouring of the shots, but in a feint style coming out from Joshua. But now it's Essuman that's on the front foot and on the front foot confidently as Taylor tries to push him back, but he evades because he knows what's coming back in from Essuman. As Essuman just hits him once again clean with that backhand, and he goes again. And this is what he wants to do: get you on the ropes to unload those body shots. But the experience of Taylor knows that he's going to do that, and he just wrestles with him to move around so he's not on the ropes. Fighters take note. Look at that. 1-2 coming in from Essuman. Cuts open back up on the eye of Taylor. He's been battered and bruised before. Uppercut comes in. What was wrong with that? Backhand, 1-2. Once again, Echo's pushing him back onto the ropes. Wants to really let his... Oh, yeah, he overthrown that shot there. He nearly spun himself out of the bloody ring. 1-2 coming in from Taylor. 1-2 coming back from Essuman. What a good fight this is. What a bloody good matchup this is. Essuman's had one more fight than Josh Taylor in his career. 1-2-3 coming in from Essuman. So they are of the same fight numbers. However, Josh Taylor, more experiences in the level that he's got to at a lower weight of 140. And this is his first fight at 147. I will say he looks stronger. He looks better at this weight. Still got the speed. We saw that on the pads in the dressing room, but that really, transcends into the ring. But we've seen that transcend. We've seen speed from Josh Taylor. Lovely slip into the body there. But Essuman answers back. Nice. Nice work. I like this. One Scott saying Moses is good, but AJ is far superior fighter to Balogun. Joshua would probably do him in 1 or 2 also. One Scott's giving his opinion on Itauma and AJ. You man are done for saying it's a close fight. It's a bloody good fight. I can tell you that for free. Yasmin, absolutely. Really good scrap. Body shot. This is what, like I said, this is what Essuman wants. He wants to get you on the ropes. He wants to unload those body shots, and then he'll start cracking in the uppercuts and the hooks. That's what he does. It's what the engine does. I like when you watch fighters and you can see that they've got a style, you know exactly what they're going to do to their opponent. And even though their opponent studied them, they can still end up in the trap. But Josh Taylor studied him and he says, not today, mate. Not on my watch. And he always manages to clinch and move out of it. Yeah. Boxing. Double jab, backhand coming in from Essuman. We're going into round number 9 of 12. It is a 12-round fight, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've just joined, I'm Abs of October Red. This is a live watch-along, or as I like to call it, conversation and commentary. And it is Josh Taylor versus Echo Essuman. And we're getting a really good fight here. It's a fight of 2 halves. We've seen them both hurt. We've seen one on the front foot, then the other come on the front foot. We've seen answers. We've seen counters. We've seen cuts and bruises, welts. They've all started to show up in this fight. A very evenly matched fight. I think Frampton's got Taylor up. I don't know what you guys are saying in the chat. Please feel free to debate who you think is winning. But I'd like to see, whatever the outcome, I'd like to see some respect put on Echo Essuman's name. Taylor's once again on the ropes, but look, see, he gets the wrestling, gets the clinch, moves out of it. Body shot, head shot. This is the work from Essuman. Backhand coming in from Essuman. Taylor throws out the dips and throws out the jab. Still keeping light on his feet. Both guys in the clinch once again. The hook coming in from Taylor on the move there. Oh, sweet backhand landed clean on the face of Taylor, knocking his head right back. That cut is going to be wide open. Hook to the body, hook to the head from Taylor. As he says, no, we're in my hometown. This is not happening. Whoa, as the guys go toe to toe in the center of the ring, the crowd cheers. There'll be a heavy breathing there from the engine, mouth open just for a short moment, taking in a big gulp of air. Body shots going in. Bit of a wrestling match here. Body shot goes in from Taylor. Ref separates the two. Got 30 seconds left in round number 9 of 12. Jab comes out. 1-2 from Essuman. And then it's now Taylor that pivots from being on the ropes and tries to put Essuman there. 1-2, 1-2. It's a work from Taylor. Body shot coming in from Essuman. I like that inside hook, that short hook that comes in from Taylor. Good fight. Respect there at the end of that round. I think they might have just knocked heads a little bit. I like that. UK boxers don't run around the ring. Proper scrap. Feeling so patriotic today. I'm so biased towards the UK. It's terrible. Exactly. Taylor and Essuman do not run from anyone. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm starting to like Frank's cards more now. Some really good 50-50 fights. We got Frank and Queensberry, especially George Warren. They're getting the fights done. The fight, yeah. This is definitely a 50-50 fight. With the others, they might have been a little bit predictable. But this one, headline, 50-50, a true 50-50. His coach is telling him to switch back on. Noted there that he's potentially switched off. I did say that earlier when he got caught, he got complacent because he hurt Echo. His coach has had a right go at him. Echo once again on the ropes with the body shots. Taylor pushes him back. 1-2. As he slips some of the shots coming in. Oh, he's gone closer. 86-85 now from Frampton. Taylor's still the winner, but 86-85. It's getting closer, guys. We're in round number 10 of 12. Body shots coming in from Essuman. Hook comes in. Body shot again. Essuman showing dominance in this one. Backhand landed clean on the head of Taylor. Taylor on the ropes. Essuman's now unloading on the ropes. Uppercut comes in. But he moves back. He didn't continue the assault on the ropes. Gave Taylor a little bit of a breather there. Don't know why. Probably could have carried on that assault on the ropes, to be fair. Both of the guys in a little bit of a wrestling match there. The ref jumps in and separates the two. 1-2 to the body. Oh, lovely hook there. Hook to the head, hook to the body, hook to the head from Taylor. Double jab, backhand from Taylor. Backhand from Essuman. I hate when the Southpaw Orthodox fighting. Sometimes I lose what side the punches are coming from. It was a backhand from Essuman, wasn't it? Josh looking at his corner. He did that when he fought Catterall. He had a little bit of a glare out to the corner. And I know that because I sat on the same side as his trainer. Yeah, I think he needs that advice from his team while he's in there. 1-2. And that's a jab to the head, a hook to the body. Essuman's got him in a clinch. They come out of it. 55 seconds left in round number 10 of 12. We are now in the championship rounds. This is where it all counts. Oh, lovely shot there, knocking Taylor back from Essuman. That was like, you could see it stunned him. Jab comes out from Taylor. Jab, 1-2 from Essuman. The jab missed, but the backhand didn't. Some nice feints, some head movements. Nice work from the engine. Josh slips under that backhand this time, anticipated it coming. So he's able to slip under it. The experience. I love experience. 1-2. He wakes up a little bit here. And this is the work coming in from Taylor. But Essuman says no. He throws in his own hooks to the head. Holds on to Taylor. Taylor holds on to Essuman there. Didn't like that as he staggers back into his corner. His face is absolutely battered. He's got black eye on black eye. He's got a cut on his eyelid. Right, you're saying that he needs to just keep his foot on the gas because he has success when he puts his shots together with Essuman. Don't stand in there and wait. And this is what McNally's saying to Taylor in the corner. Thank God I can listen to it. When you're resting, just keep them straight. In other words, I can see that you're tired. Yeah, he's having a right go at him. I like that. He's giving him a whack on the bum and said, "Yeah, get in there." Here we go. He's listening. He's listening. He's tried to go forward on the attack. We are in round number 11 of 12. We are coming towards the ending of this fight. I don't know how you guys have got it scored. If you've just joined us on Abs of October Red, it's conversation and commentary. It's a live watch along for Josh Taylor and Echo Essuman. That's up in Scotland, courtesy of Queensbury Promotion. There is no footage. There's just me yapping over the fight. Joining in the chat, in the conversation. I've got the best chat. I've got the best subscribers. There's always good conversation in there. As Essuman lets off quite a few 1-2 combinations, just the basics. The 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. But it's that pressure, isn't it? Taylor moving out the way. So, yeah, we are in the final rounds. Round number 11. 2 minutes left of round number 11, to be exact. Taylor's had a new arsehole torn, excuse my French, to him in the corner by his coach that's basically said, put your shots together. Keep your foot on the gas. Don't switch off. When you're tired, keep the shots straight. But don't switch off. You have your success when you're putting in combinations. Where are your combinations? Wake up, he said. I can't even see what it says on there because it's all pixelated. They put up the punch stats once again. And it looks like Essuman is still in the lead with the power shots and with the total punches thrown, 66 compared to 34. So that's Essuman. Welterweight, eh? 1, 2, 3. This is the body work coming in. Uppercuts coming in. Essuman's putting his shots together. Double jabs coming out from Josh. It's almost like he's just running out of ideas. And Essuman is now just like bullying him. But bullying him in the boxing. It's not scrappy. It's not horrible. He's just bullying him. Like saying, I'm just going to keep on hitting you. Doesn't matter what you're trying to throw at me now. I know I can take his shots. And once again, that backhand lands. That backhand is what is pummeling his face to pieces. This is Essuman with that strong backhand. That the jab comes out and then he just sits and really rotates the hip, gets the power off. Look at the state of his face. Body shots coming in from Essuman. Right, we've got 15 seconds left in round number 11. And the tide's turning here. The tide is definitely turning. And this is what counts. This is what the judges are going to be looking at. This going into the last round in a minute. Let's get to this chat. Engine is not messing around. Seems like a carve up between Matchroom and Queensbury. Hearn concentrating on the American market. It seems. You know what, Bon? I said that to start off with. They're starting to sign the Brits again because that was one of the things I sort of like was seeing. No, they're not. They are concentrating on the UK market. I think they're just being selective with the fighters that they're choosing to sign. I think they've got 3 UK signings. I think they're all out soon. Maka, I can't remember the young lady's name, and obviously they've got Atang, the heavyweight. So we'll see. And the UK have the best ring. Yeah, you would say that, wouldn't you, Toby? Get up. Yeah, you can't argue with his phrases, can you? Sausage, get up, all the rest of it. Entertaining. Right, here we go. The last round's going to count now. Josh Taylor now starting to think, okay, I've got to win this fight. I've got to let my hands go. 1, 2, coming in from Essuman. 1, 2, 3, and this is the 4. He throws it 1, 2 to the head. Body shot, body shot. That's the work coming in. Oh, okay. Frampton's now got Essuman up. 105, 104 to Essuman. Told you the tide is changing, and I'm rubbish at judging fights. It's definitely changing. There's going to be some desperation now here for Josh to get this fight won. Right, we've got 2 minutes left in round number 12, the final round of Josh Taylor versus Echo Essuman, 147, welterweight. Look at the hooks. The hooks just coming in from Essuman. Jab coming out from Taylor, double jab, backhand. It was a triple jab backhand there from Taylor. Both guys in the clinch. 1 minute 39 seconds. Time is just ticking down. Good fight, this. It's not been boring at all. Double jab, jab coming out. The jabs are coming out from Taylor. Is it enough? Is it enough for him to win the round? How active has he got to be to pull this back to potentially even make it a draw? Oh my God, what's going to happen with these scorecards? Well, we've got a minute left, just over a minute left, round number 12 of 12. One, two, three, four. This is a combination. Once again, Essuman gets him onto the ropes. This time, can he come out of it? He comes out with a hook. This is Taylor. Comes out the corner. Comes out the corner. Comes off the ropes with a hook. He's knackered. You can see that in his legs. I'm talking about Taylor here. Essuman looks like he could do another couple of rounds, if I'm honest. He doesn't look tired at all. 1, 2, 3. Josh comes back with his own. Essuman comes back with his own combinations as well. Both guys inside fighting now. We've got the hooks coming into the body, hooks coming into the head. We've got Essuman working the body, Taylor working the head. Both guys in the clinch. Essuman goes up to the top now, throws a hook to the head, to the body, throws a jab out to the body. Both guys in the clinch. We are coming to the end of this fight. The clappers have gone. Taylor's, they're all going out. Essuman's giving it his all. Taylor gives it. What a good fight. The matter of respect. That was a good fight, man. That was a good fight. Respect paid to the corners. Josh raises his hand as if he's won, hugs the coach, and pays his respects to the Essuman corner as Essuman goes over and does the same to the Taylor corner. McNally gives him a hug. They've picked up Essuman as the winner. What we get from I don't even know what's going to happen here. Get up. Yasmin, the best new furious. He's not retired, is he? He ain't retired, Yasmin. I don't think he is retired. He might be Even Stevens. Yeah, I'm on DAZN. I don't know why it's pixelated, but I keep on getting a message as if there is there something wrong with. It's a DAZN app, but it's on my computer. Not my computer, my laptop. So Flash is saying I got Essuman off. Yeah, it's really pixelated. It keeps on going pixelated and coming back out. Where's that AJ comment come from? You think he's washed? It's a bit harsh, isn't it? I reckon if Fury gets in with AJ, he won't be able to get up. You reckon? Merry Christmas. This so I love it. Happy New Year. Let's have a look. They're gonna give it to Taylor. He's taking Essuman. Oh, Eloise, how you doing? Good to see you. Essuman definitely won. He deserves the win. I think he's edged it. Will they though? They're gonna say a draw. Yeah, Essuman Bobstar, good evening. Essuman, it's the tide started to change in this fight later on in the fight. Essuman really stepped up. It was Taylor quite confidently, but then it starts to change. Um, so we'll see. Could they say a draw? Would you lot go mental if they said a draw? I, see, I think Essuman did it, but I wasn't counting my rounds again. I stopped counting. So I'm going to remember the later rounds more than the earlier. Here we go. We'll soon find out now, won't we? 116, 113. 116, 112. UD. 115, 113. Oh, they give it to Echo. Yeah, they give it to him. Josh not happy, but yep, the best man won. The right man won. We Echo really needs to get his credit. He really does because he's yeah. He really needs to get his credit because all the time he fights everybody. He puts on performances. So yeah, commiserations to Josh Taylor. Commiserations. He's it was a it was a close fight. It was a good fight. The judges had it like not as close, but yeah, the right man won. I liked it. I like that fight. So congratulations to the engine, Echo Essuman. I bet he should be able to do his own show now in Nottingham. Get him a nice home show. Josh Taylor put on a good performance here as well. I think his coach was right where he was just switching off, where he wasn't letting enough shots go when he could have been. Um, so yeah, interesting. The judges came through, Mr. Flash. Yeah, absolutely. Respect to both fighters. What a great fight. And the judges definitely came through. 636 to 493 total punches thrown. Landed at 140 to 125. Power 408 to 269. And the power landed 117 to 115. The majority of those, it was, well, it's 50-50. It was Echo that landed the most. So yeah, the right man won. Ada's doing the post-fight interview. Listen, guys, I don't, when was the last time we did a watch along? I don't even know. But thank you to all of you that tuned in, that listened this evening. I appreciate it so much. You've been great company as per usual. It's been a nice short one, 2 hours and 14. Yeah. So Tuesday, Manchester. So I'll be out then. I'm going to try and get Ben Shalom on alive. I'm going to try and get Johnny Nelson on live just to see what's going on with Boxer, Sky Sports, see if we can get any updates from that. I do want to go and see Frank Warren again in his office just to have a catch up with him, but I can't tell you when that's going to happen. Probably not for a couple of weeks now, since his fight's coming up the week after. But it's been an absolute pleasure to have you all here. Thank you once again for everybody that engages in the chat. It's always interesting with you lot. I have the best subscribers after all. And if you're not subscribed, why not? Hit the button, get the notifications, all that magical stuff. But I'm going to say adios. I'm going to toddle off to bed. And like I said, next time you'll get content from me is Tuesday evening, Wednesday. So have a fabulous bank holiday weekend. Look after each other. And remember what I said. I know I say stay ready, but I'm going to leave this one tonight with life is short. So make sure you enjoy it. And love hard. Yeah, have that one. Adios.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.